I remember being really young, I'd say like 8, 9, 10, like around that time. And I remember having shortness of breath and going to my mom and telling her that. In hindsight, now I know that that was obviously anxiety. I am very aware of my anxieties. I don't like the pity party. I don't like talking about when I don't feel too well. I don't know, I am a little nervous, just being kind of open about what I struggle with and making it known to other people is a bit nerve-wracking. I think being overworked and being in the situation that I'm in now is kind of what set it out of control in a way. I've had times where I feel like I need to be rushed to the hospital because I think that my heart's failing and I can't breathe and I need someone to help me. Sometimes I think I'm dying. Sometimes parts of my body will go numb. I'm still a human being at the end of the day, and no matter what someone has or doesn't have, it doesn't mean that they don't have real life feelings and emotions. I know I live a very privileged, amazing lifestyle. I'm a very blessed girl. I still have one of these, you know what I mean? And that thing up there sometimes doesn't always, I don't know, it's not always happy.
People who are anxious are always monitoring their bodies. It's almost like a Roomba.
Mm-hmm.
You're always sort of wandering around and vacuuming all these thoughts in your body. And so if you even feel a tiny headache, you're oh my God, I have
Yes,
a tumor in my brain.
That's me.
You know,
that is me.
or I have some lung disease, I have to go get checked out.
I'm also a hypochondriac, which I don't know if that has any relation to, or if it's the cousin of anxiety or something, but I'm a massive hypochondriac. So, and that's also something that has been a thing since I was really little.
Anxiety is like a magnifying glass, and it magnifies only the bad things. Anxiety's gotten a really bad brand, so I want to also say something nice about anxiety. Once upon a time, the anxiety is what made us survive.
I consider it like a beautiful thing in a way.
It is a beautiful thing.
And I like that I am really aware of my body and my mind. I know it can sometimes get the best of me.
Anxiety kept us safe to a degree. And people who are anxious are higher in this personality trait called neuroticism. People who are higher in neuroticism are also sometimes a little bit more aware of other people's stuff too, because it actually helps you keep yourself safe, keep others safe, and kind of keep you mentally on point.
How do you open up to people about social anxiety?
Tell your nearest and dearest, practice having the conversation with the people you feel safest with. People will say, oh, I did not know that, and thank you for telling me because I won't push as much.
I can support you and now I'm aware, right?
Yes.
It does definitely feel like a weight is lifted when I feel something and I hear someone else saying, oh yeah, I get what you're feeling, or this must be what you're feeling, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to express.
At the milder end, it's probably what these people are saying, oh, I'm feeling this anxiety, but they're getting through the day.
Right.
But it jumps the line, and there's a point at which anxiety gets in the way.
Right.
It makes people more uncomfortable at work. It makes people more uncomfortable in their relationships. It makes people more uncomfortable out of the house.
Right.
They'd actually just as soon stay home
Right.
than deal with the big unknown.